Well, good afternoon, everybody who is watching. I am Josie, and this is my fourth pregnancy, and we are just tracking the progress. So, obviously, I didn't get to it yesterday, but I did check my weight first thing this morning, even though I'm coming at you in the afternoon. So, I am solidly in the 140s range. I was 143.2 pounds this morning, and I don't know. I mean, I imagine that probably explains some of the discomfort that I have been feeling just in my legs. Partially, it's just once I am not just eating, but just consistently, solidly, my weight being above 140, I find that I have a lot more leg pain. Also, I still have the pelvic pain, and it's only been getting worse. And now, here's the thing. It doesn't really happen when I'm walking. It's when I'm resting, and I am resting for maybe half an hour more, and then I go to get up. That's when I have, as I put the pressure onto my pelvic area, I have that pelvic pain. I forget the correct term for it, but yeah, it's pretty uncomfortable. And of course, when I'm hungry, I feel a little bit nauseous, a little queasy, but I don't actually throw up or anything. It's just a matter of knowing the foods. Completely avoiding food aversions helps, and then knowing the foods that I crave and trying to find those and eat those, then I'm not really having issues. And of course, I can't just slam it down or else then I feel bad. And I have had issues with binging. It's happened like 2 times this past week, and it's incredibly frustrating because I am just craving carbs like crazy right now. Craving them like I am just gonna cry if I don't have them. Craving carbs, craving specific types of hot sauce, and I'm having a hard time finding what I'm looking for. And then being incredibly uncomfortable when I have overeaten. And I don't like that. Of course, why would I? And this was the one symptom that I was hoping to avoid, but we have reached the point of having it, is kaleidoscope vision, which I believe I talked about in the pregnancy 2 updates. And I don't know if fractal vision is another word for it, but essentially, with so much going on around, and right now it's been my 3-year-old not wanting to nap, and so after 2 days of refusing to nap in the daytime, day 3 is just tons and tons and tons of tantrums over the weirdest, most nonsensical things. If you got kids, you know. If you babysit kids, you know. If you have little siblings much younger than you, you know. But it's like the onset of a migraine, and so it's painless, but all of a sudden I can't see, and like 25 to 30% of my vision is just gone, and it's like static. And it's, I would argue it inhibits my ability to do anything, and it lasts anywhere from like 10 to 30 minutes. And that's my heads up to go take some acetaminophen, because if I don't do that, it's going to be an excruciating migraine. But if I take it, then it's a migraine that I can still deal with. But it's definitely not fun. And the first time it ever happened was spooky to me. And I guess we're at the point where it's happening again. It's just too much, and it's like you can close one eye. It's not a matter of which eye it is. It doesn't matter which eye I open or close. It's just there. It's this thing. It is my brain. It is having to do with not just the eyes, but an oncoming migraine. And so it's not fun, because I certainly hope that it never happens when I'm out driving. And it's basically, unfortunately, it means that I'm a little bit more housebound. The last couple things I want to talk about is stretch marks. I had gotten a comment on another video, and I use the same thing that I used with the last pregnancy, and anywhere I put it is stomach, chest, inner thighs, and maybe outer thighs. And it's just the Palmer's cocoa butter, and I don't get the specifically for stretch mark ones. I did that with my first pregnancy, but I didn't really see a need to continue that with the second one and this one. And I must have some level of skin tightening between pregnancies, because I always get new stretch marks. And I just want to clarify that there are studies, and there's really nothing that helps with stretch marks. It is genetic. And unfortunately, I have more of my mom's sides of genetics, and not as much my dad's side with way less stretch marks. But one thing I will say is when you are moisturizing as opposed to letting it be dry and stuff, even with stretch marks, it helps with the irritation and the itchiness so much. So I fully support using creams, but with the intention of it is very soothing, it is relaxing to have on, and it's going to give you a lot more comfort. Like if you are someone, when when you like really scrub your face and it's super dry, and then you walk around and it's like your skin feels really tight and it might even look kind of patchy. So that's when moisturizer feels good. I've never had issues with my stomach being dry except in pregnancy, and it's like, okay, definitely it's weird, and when it's dry it's even itchier, and when you have stretch marks it's itchy. If you're not interested in this part, I'm sorry, but maybe some people are. But yeah, I wholeheartedly expect myself to, once I hit about 28 to 32 weeks, to see a few new stretch marks by then. But that is incredibly soothing, and I seriously recommend it. So I guess there's nothing left to do except to show off the bump growth. And actually, I think I need to move the camera. Okay, so 20 weeks, 2 days, and you see, this is about where baby is, right? And this is all my food, and I kind of binge ate earlier today, so I wouldn't say this is true, but look at this. I am not blessed to be able to maintain my waist. Like, I'm pretty sure that from the back, you could still tell I'm pregnant. I don't have a whole lot of room between, there's my rib bone, there's my hip bone. So baby has nowhere to go but out. And if that's what girls mean, then those old wives' tales, they don't take into account the women's anatomy at all. So my belly button is just shaped weird. It's not popped out or anything. And then, like, I think I can still get in pretty good shape afterwards. You can see that I got loose skin still. So hopefully, hopefully I don't get any stretch marks. There's plenty of skin, but yeah, I don't have any new stretch marks so far. I am incredibly excited to be over halfway through this pregnancy. I had obviously a lot of fears after I lost the last one, but it's also really wonderful that my husband even likes seeing me get bigger this time around, whereas before he didn't really. But just the way the last one went, it's just, we are so excited to welcome this little guy into the world. And I can feel the kicks. I still can't get them on camera. I can see them, but like I'm not spending as much time just trying to film. I have 2 now instead of just 1 running around, but hopefully going forward we can have some baby moments. But we'll have to see if I'm diligent about getting the phone out or not. Anyway, thank you for sticking around for my 20 weeks and 2 days pregnancy update. We are over halfway there if this kid comes on or before the due date, because maybe they want to come, in 41 weeks. And so this wouldn't technically be halfway through, but I appreciate you sticking around this far. If you liked it, you can leave me a like. And if you want to continue to see more regularly, I guess you can subscribe. And if you don't care and you just pop through, I thank you for just watching this. Anyways, have a great rest of your week. Bye.